We work a lot with young boys from lots of cultures that sometimes mental health there's not part of the everyday language. There's not much awareness, or it's also sometimes very stigmatized in some communities, and also that idea of kind of as a boy, as a man, I should be strong, and I shouldn't really display fear or sadness or weakness. And it's how you and it's a lot of, I think a lot of the things that are happening in Young Roots are kind of bringing people together and help normalize that these are kind of very normal human reactions, and they're not it doesn't make you less of a man, or to express distress and talk about that.
Yeah, I think like we have a lot of conversations with young people who are really kind of having like real difficulties with their mental health, like often as a result of kind of trauma that they've experienced. I had this amazing conversation with a young person a couple of weeks ago who's kind of having a really difficult time at the moment, and we were talking about how sometimes when you're kind of on your journey to the UK, especially for him, that journey was kind of a couple of years long, you know, you almost don't kind of fully like experience or like process the really traumatic things that you're experiencing, because you're so kind of focused on surviving and on getting out of the really difficult situation that you're in and getting to a safe place. And that a lot of people we see kind of struggle after they're in the safe place, when they've kind of got the space to start processing those things. And I was talking about, he said, yeah, that's exactly what my friend told me, and he's been in the UK for maybe like a year or so longer than I have. And I just thought, it was like, I thought it was really great that he'd been able to talk about that stuff with his friend, but also kind of, you know, of course, his friend who'd been through the same experience a year before was able to kind of share with him, I'm sure, much more kind of like accurately and like, you know, successfully than I was, because he was someone who'd actually been through that experience, you know, what that was like.
That is such an amazing reflection, Sean, and it's very helpful for me as a therapist, because we often think about that from a trauma lens as well. It is, it makes me think that when people express their distress like that, it actually means that we're doing something right, because it is providing enough safety for people to be able to experience their distress and talk about it. And as you say, when things are super unsafe, when people are in very dangerous journey, their mind, their body is not focused on coping with their mental health difficulties, is all about survival. And it's only when they feel a bit safer that they're able to explore that.